Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela. I am so glad you could join me for this. For today's video, I went down in my basement and I filled, well, I did. I filled up 2 candle crates from my candle collection of Christmas and wintertime candles. Well, like more just like Christmas time-ish. But I grabbed those candles but they're all in the era of candles that I either know are going to come out, or that I hope are going to come back out, or that I'm really excited to burn, and that I hope come back out again so that you could burn them also. So it's kind of just a hodgepodge of candles that I'm really excited for this Christmas time, that I hope come back, that I hope other people get to enjoy, not just me. So let's get on started with this. I'm going to start with one that was a Candle Day candle, and I mean, I know it's not technically Christmas, but it's like that season and that weather for me. It's this hot pink cocoa. I don't personally believe that this one's going to come back. The notes are sweet ruby chocolate, whipped vanilla cream, and ruby sprinkles. The bottom of this is so juicy around the edges. It's super juicy, especially for being a 2023 SAS candle. But there were so many of these candles at SAS this past year, like so many, and they were 75%, and there were still so many of them, so I'm just not really feeling like this is going to come back again. I could be wrong. I totally could be wrong, and I'd be surprised if you don't already, maybe you don't, but so many people picked this up for 75% at SAS, so who knows, but that's a candle that I'm really excited for this time of year. I think it smells delicious. Okay, this next one's an old one. It's from 2021. It's Blue Spruce and Spice. It's more of a tree type of a scent. The notes are blue spruce, nutmeg, and warm amber. Not my favorite scents, but it's a really good candle. Like if I had to pick a candle that wasn't a sweet candle, obviously this was one that I picked. I mean, the packaging was kind of cute. I feel like they had the Merry Maple pancakes, I think, in this packaging. But yeah, this is definitely more of like a gender neutral type of a scent. Tree scent, I think it smells good. Like I said, it's not, the notes aren't necessarily normally up my alley, but I think it's really good. Obviously, I bought it. So I don't know, maybe it was one that I got 75% at SAS at some point, but I don't know. Okay, this next one I've had in this year's packaging that I'm going to show you, and another year's packaging, so I know they keep coming out with it, so they probably will come out with it again. Cedar and Suede. Notes are soft cedar, warm incense, and velvety suede. I have one of these in not a fancy lid packaging that I'm currently, I have as a current burn. It's in I keep my current burns in a separate area than my unburnt candles, but this was a obviously fancy lid candle. I did pick this one. It was an online, I don't remember if it was an online exclusive, but it was one that I picked up online. I think Fireside was the online exclusive. And that was when I had bought both of these. That's regardless, not the point at all. Like I said, this one comes back. I guess I should also say I'm really doing my best to stay off of social media apps in the sense of looking at what's new to buy. Because I'm not really looking to buy new things, so I'm not trying to look. I'm still on the apps, but I'm looking at more like people versus companies. Because if I look at companies, I want to buy what they're selling me, and I don't need to buy stuff. So I am doing my very best to stay off of not Trend Mood. Sorry, that's the wrong community. Life Inside the Page and all the other sneak peek pages on Instagram. And I'm just trying to experience it as it comes out to me from Bath and Body Works. Like I'm trying to do my best to not see any sneak peeks, and that's very hard because a lot of the content on here revolves around that. And so I guess at least in this community, so I'm kind of watching content outside of this community of candles and fragrance and stuff like that. So it's not that I don't enjoy any of my fellow fragrance people, but I'm just trying not to buy as much. So I really have to stay away from looking at consumerism type of things, and it's a thing. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Okay, this next one's a little bit of an older oldie. Older oldie. It's from 2021. This is brown sugar latte. I mean, boring packaging. It is what it is. It's about the scent, though, right? Not the packaging. Notes are freshly roasted coffee, frothed milk, and sugared praline. I feel like all coffee candles from Bath & Body Works have similar notes, but it's fine. I'm not exactly optimistic that they're going to bring this back because they have so many coffee scents consistently. And they bring Paris Cafe out all the time, so it just kind of is what it is. I had purchased so many of these. This is the very last one of these brown sugar lattes in my collection. It's okay. I will use it. Likely this year I'm going to use it up, especially because it's from 2021. It smells so good. I hope they just... I guess all I can really say is I hope they eventually replicate it in a similar fashion. I don't know. Okay. One I'm pretty sure they are going to come out with this winter. Like I said, I don't look at any of the sneak peeks. I'm doing my very, very best. I'm sure Life Inside the Page has a great sneak peek section. I'll actually link her down below because you guys should check it out and get on top of it. I know. And like I said, there's so many other people on here that keep up with all of the new stuff and tell you about sales and everything. But like, it's not me. So I'll link her down. So like I said, the one candle that I think is definitely going to come back this year, it's from last year. This isn't just winter, but it's the perfect winter. Even though it says winter, but it had spring, summer, fall, and winter on the packaging labels like this. It is what it was, but it's, you know, it is what it was. Essentially, it is what it was. I don't like the grammar for that, but I'm going to let it fly, I guess. Notes are winter pine needles, frosted eucalyptus, and icy peppermint. I don't necessarily lean towards these scents naturally, but it's a good scent, like, for what it is. It's just, you know, just like the, what was the other one? Blue spruce and spice. Not necessarily up my alley usually, but they're good candles, like, good candles. I like super sweet candles. Those are my favorites, but I'm not mentioning my favorites. I'm mentioning good candles that I hope they come back with so you can enjoy that I'm going to enjoy in the future. So yeah, I do believe they're going to come out with this year. I feel like I just feel like they're going to. I could be wrong. I could be totally off about all of this, but I feel like they will. This packaging was so cute with the blue wax, the little winter scene. I thought it was super cute. Very eucalyptus-y, very sort of mouthwashy-ish. But it's okay, like I said. Not my favorite because I like the sweet scents, but it's a really good scent for what it is. I think a lot of people were getting it for 75% at SAS too. Okay, on to more, like all the rest of them are sweet. So we're going to go on to the really super sweet ones. Sugar Plum Fairy. This had notes of sweet sugar plum, candied cranberries, and sugared orange. This was from SAS, or was it Candle Day? I don't remember SAS or Candle Day of 2022. Regardless, it was 2022. I can't believe that was so long ago. I feel like I remember all of these coming out like literally yesterday, but that's about to be 2 years ago. I heard Sarita from Coffee and Candles mentioned that she had picked up from a Facebook Marketplace buy a candle from 2017, and she was casually like, oh, that's 10 years ago. And I was just like, I stopped while I was listening to it, and she was like, well, not quite 10 years, but almost. And I was like, oh, that like hurts me a little to think that 2017, it's like, it's coming, because we're over halfway through 2024. I'm like losing my grip on things. Growing older it's a gift. It's such a gift. But it's hard when you realize how fast time genuinely goes. Super fast. But like I said, I remember when all of these came out. I remember going to the store and buying all of these candles and seeing them at Candle Day. It had to have been Candle Day. It had to have been Candle Day. Yeah, it had to have been Candle Day because I remember going and seeing these. I think it's a good candle, though. I'm rambling so much, but it's okay. It's fine. Nobody cares. It's a sweet candle, but not like over super sweet. It's not extra plum, but I do enjoy a plum candle. So hopefully they'll come out with that one again. I don't know. I don't see that one coming out again, but if you can find it at SAS, that'd be cool. This next one, I'm not sure is coming out again. It's Raspberry Thumbprint. This is from last year, 2023. There were so many at SAS. Buttery shortbread, rich raspberry jam sprinkled with powdered sugar. So many for 75% the entire time. And there's just like stacks and stacks of them at everybody's store. I don't think there's somebody out there who's heavily into candles who doesn't already have this candle. So I'm sure you have this candle to burn. But it's so nice. I think it's delicious. I like the wild berry jam donut. I like the sufganya, whatever it is, the Happy Hanukkah candle that I have 2 crates of down in my basement. I love that scent. This is very similar to it, not the same. But it's all similar, all minute details and similar details. It is what it is. We all know how it is, but I love this candle with the fact that they 75%ed so many of them this past year. I don't see it coming back. Not in the coming future, maybe the distant future, but I don't see it coming back this year. Maybe it will. Who knows? Who knows? I don't need any more because I think I have 2. Yeah. Okay. Another one that I'm not sure it's coming back again, that 75%ing thing, like so many of them. It's this crunchy English toffee. I hope it comes back. This is delicious. Sweet brown sugar, crunchy toffee, and dash of vanilla extract. So good. So good. I have a lot of these. I don't need to buy any more if they come back out, but like, if you haven't experienced it, you should get your sniffer a sniff in this because it smells great. Ooh, I love it. I sure do love it. Sure do love that candle. Okay, the last candle that I'm going to talk about before I get into the like candles that I'm putting a little asterisk next to because I have to kind of talk a little bit more about them than these previous candles that I just spoke about. Okay, that last candle is Feliz Navidad. From last year. Spiced Mexican chocolate, masa, caramel, piloncillo, and steamed milk. So this has a fancy lid. Okay, so the story time behind this. I think it smells fantastic on cold. Fantastic, but it did not perform very well at all for me last year, and I was really salty about it, and I got a burr under my saddle about it, and I was at the end of my pregnancy, and I just had enough of it, and I was done and I was angry and I was a little salty. So I exchanged a bunch of my candles that I had purchased of these as Feliz Navidad because I enjoyed it so much. I bought so many of them when they had like a fixed price point sale. So I did that. Okay. I exchanged a bunch of them at my closest store. And then, you know what? At this summer SAS. Okay, pause. I purchased a candle lamp and I purchased a crock, but that's not the point. So yes, candle lamp. Okay, so I wouldn't have exchanged all those candles because burning this candle, no, doesn't do good, but I am sure this is going to be fantastic under the lamp. Holy cow. I can only imagine. Like, this is going to do everything for me. So, yeah, I bought a couple of these at SAS for 75%. So, technically, I got them cheaper than I did at the fixed price point sale, having exchanged them. So, I mean, I win, right? It was just like a weird roundabout. I think they were my same candles, like, that I had exchanged that I ended up purchasing again. But, yeah, so Feliz Navidad. I hope they come out with this one again. I feel like it was a hit last year. I feel like it really was a hit, so hopefully they do come out with it again. Okay. So I have one single wick that I'm going to talk about here, and I know it's coming out. I had already heard that it's coming out. It's this gingerbread bakery. But the thing is, I would have bought this last year in a 3-wick, not the single wick. But all they had it in last year was a single wick, so I'm hoping that it's a lot stronger in the 3-wick. However, I'm not going to buy any. I may pick some up at SAS or perhaps the outlet after the fact. But I don't need any right now. Even for like $12.95 price point sales. I don't know. Don't quote me though. I can't guarantee I'm not going to buy candles come Christmas time. I totally do not need to though. Like, do not need to. I have so many candles, and like I said, I'm trying not to keep growing my collection. It's not that I don't want to have candles, but I'm just going through life and doing things, and I want to use what I'm buying. I don't know how long I'm going to like candles and how long I'm going to be into things like this for. You know, like, life is always changing, so you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. So I'm just trying to use what I have while I'm interested in it. Because, yeah. Okay, in the same packaging as the Feliz Navidad, this was one that I purchased, never exchanged. It's this 'Tis the Season. I also never burned it because I had one in not a fancy lid packaging that I wanted to burn last year. I hope they come out with 'Tis the Season again in a fancy lid. That's what I really hope. I don't want it in just a simple plain jar. I want it in a fancy lid. If they give it to me in a fancy lid, I'll buy it again. If it's not in a fancy lid, they can keep it. That's kind of how I feel about that. So, like, that's how I feel about these last two here, is if they give me a fancy lid, totally buy them, but without a fancy lid, I'm going to pass completely. Or, like, you know, it doesn't just have to be a fancy lid, but they need to give me good packaging. Like, one or the other, okay? So the final candle that I'm going to talk about for this little video here is 1 scent, but 2 candles, okay? It's the Perfect Christmas. I love this packaging specifically that I'm showing you here. It's one of my most favorites. I love them all, but it's from 2020. The notes are fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow. I love this scent so much. I don't want to burn it year round, but hands down, if you had to ask me what is my number one favorite scent from Bath & Body Works, it would be the Perfect Christmas. Hands down. Hands down. Like I said, it's not one that I want to burn all year round just at Christmas time, but oh my goodness, it is so fantastic. This packaging is perfect with the little Santa and the reindeer and the little buckle on top. It's so cute. So cute. It's holding up fairly well on the bottom, but this one's on the list to burn this year because it's the oldest one from 2020 that I have. It's so cute. The packaging is so cute though. I need to repurpose it because it's so cute. And to be upfront, I have a whole crate full of just the Perfect Christmas because it's one that they keep coming out with fancy lid and fancy packagings of, and I just can't help myself and I can buy them every time. So like I said, this is totally a candle 'Tis the Season, and this the Perfect Christmas. If they come out with a fancy lid or fancy packaging, it's going to be mine at some point. For a good sale, of course. So the Perfect Christmas packaging that I have is a more boring, plain, actual, like, jar. It's just white, but the lid is what's the coolest, or whatever, or whatever. Doesn't do anything. This is another one that I'm going to repurpose the jar of, but I have 2 of these specifically in my collection. It's from 2022. Did I already say that? It's from 2022. Like I said, I have 2 of these, but I don't think I have anything older than this one from 2020. So this one's for sure going to be the one that I end up burning this year, even though I put it off last year, and I burnt one from 2021 last year. I was putting it off because I didn't want to use it, but I'm in a different space this year, so, like, mind space. So that one's on the list to burn. But this packaging is so cute with the fancy glass lid. This is expensive. This bad boy was $32.50. Like I said, in 2022. So prices are just going up constantly. But if they give me a fancy lid, I'll totally buy another one. Or fancy lid or fancy packaging of the Perfect Christmas. I will buy that. Or 'Tis the Season. Also buy that. Otherwise, I'm not picking up either of those this year in just like the standard whatever packaging they come out in. It has to be something fancy or special about it, and I'm only getting it for a good price. No more than $12.95. Because I just have so many candles right now. So this is just what I have to talk about for today. I'm so excited for Christmas. And you know, it's dropping at Bath & Body Works like the end of the month, end of September. it's coming. It's coming quick, which means fall's going out the door. So if you have anything you want to get from fall, you need to like run in store and get whatever you can, because a lot of it's probably already sold out. But that's just retail, I guess. But I hope you were excited for the holidays. I know it's a little bit soon and it's a little early, so if you're not ready for this or not feeling this, you can just like put a pin in it and come back to it. But I hope you are also getting excited for the holidays, and if you think it's too early, that's okay. You do it in your time. This is just my time for things. I love these seasons when it starts to get a little cooler and the holidays start popping up. These holidays are my favorite, so I'm so excited. Especially the older that my kids are getting. I am loving Thanksgiving, even Halloween, Christmas time. I am loving that so much more the older my kids are getting. I can't wait for that. I just can't. I love it. So I've rambled so much. Thank you so much for watching my Christmas candles from my collection that I gathered up in crates from down in my basement that I hope are going to come back in the future so you could also enjoy them, but I'm going to personally enjoy them at some point in the near future or distant future at some point, but okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.